Imagine the bustling streets of Mumbai, India, where the air is filled with enticing aromas of spices and the sizzling sounds of street food. Today, we're diving into the world of Indian street food, specifically the crowd favorite, Pani Puri. In the heart of Mumbai, it's not just about the food, it's about the experience. A sensory overload that leaves you craving for more. Pani Puri, a staple of Indian street food, delivers on that promise. This snack, adored by millions, is a blend of flavors and textures that's nothing short of a culinary masterpiece. It starts with a hollow, crispy shell known as the puri. Inside, it's filled with a blend of tangy, sweet, and spicy flavors that burst in your mouth with every bite. The popularity of Pani Puri transcends borders, reaching food lovers across the globe. So, how does one create this delightful snack at home? Stay tuned to find out. To recreate this street food marvel, we need a handful of ingredients. Don't worry, they're easy to find. The star of our Pani Puri show is, of course, the puri itself. A hollow, crispy ball made from a blend of semolina and flour. This dynamic duo not only provides a delightful crunch, but also serves as the perfect vessel for our tangy, sweet, and spicy fillings. Next up in our ingredient lineup is oil. A bit of oil in the dough makes our puris puff up beautifully when fried, creating that all-important hollow center. Now, let's talk about the pani in Pani Puri. This spicy, tangy water is a blend of fresh mint leaves, tamarind, and a variety of spices. The mint offers a refreshing burst, while the tamarind lends a sweet, tart edge that's absolutely irresistible. To balance out the tanginess, we add a bit of jaggery, a type of unrefined sugar that's rich in molasses flavor. It adds a depth and sweetness that beautifully complements the other flavors. And let's not forget the hearty filling. We'll need some chickpeas and potatoes, boiled and mashed together. These humble ingredients add an earthy depth and satisfying substance to our Pani Puri. With these ingredients at hand, we're ready to start the Pani Puri adventure. The heart of Pani Puri lies in its crispy shell, the puri. Let's start there. The process begins with a blend of two simple pantry staples, semolina and flour. Semolina gives the puri its distinctive crunch, while the flour binds everything together. The ratio? 2 parts of semolina for every part of flour. Mix them together in a bowl until they're completely combined. Next, it's time to add the water. But remember, the key here is to add it little by little. You don't want a wet, sticky dough. You're aiming for a firm and smooth dough, one that doesn't stick to your hands. So pour in the water slowly, kneading as you go. This step might take a bit of time, but it's worth the effort. Once you've achieved that perfect dough consistency, cover it with a damp cloth and let it rest. This is a crucial step to allow the semolina to absorb the water and make the dough easier to roll out later. After the dough has rested, it's time to shape the puris. Divide the dough into small, equal-sized balls. These should be about the size of a large marble. Remember, the size of the dough balls will determine the size of your puri, so keep that in mind. Now comes the fun part, rolling them out. Using a rolling pin, flatten each ball into a thin disc. The thinner the better, as this will ensure your puris puff up beautifully when fried. And finally, it's time for the main event, frying. Heat up a generous amount of oil in a deep pan. Once the oil is hot enough, gently slide in the puris one by one. They'll puff up almost instantly, turning golden brown. Flip them over once or twice to ensure they're evenly cooked. And voila, you have your crispy puri shells ready to be filled. Next, we move on to the soul of Pani Puri, the pani and the filling. Let's start with the pani, the lifeblood of this tantalizing treat. The pani is a delightful blend of flavors that will dance on your tongue. We begin by taking a handful of fresh mint leaves. The mint is the heart of the pani, lending its cool, refreshing essence to the mix. Then, we add in the tangy tamarind. The tamarind's tartness balances out the mint's coolness, creating a harmonious medley of flavors. Next, we add a touch of sweetness with jaggery. This unrefined sugar adds a natural, earthy sweetness that rounds out the flavor profile. Finally, we blend in a mix of spices, including cumin, coriander, and black salt, to add a kick of flavor that will keep your taste buds guessing. Once we've gathered all our ingredients, we blend them with water until we have a smooth, flavorful liquid. The pani is now ready, a carnival of flavors waiting to burst in your mouth. Now let's move on to the filling. The filling is a simple yet delicious mix of boiled and mashed chickpeas and potatoes. The chickpeas add a rich, nutty flavor, while the potatoes lend a comforting, hearty texture. After boiling the chickpeas and potatoes until they're soft, we mash them together, creating a creamy, delicious base for our spices. We mix in a blend of spices, including cumin, coriander, and garam masala, to add depth and warmth to the filling. The filling is now ready, a flavorful concoction that will complement the pani perfectly. With the pani, the filling, and the previously prepared puris, we have all our components ready. The stage is set for the grand finale, the assembly of our pani puri. Now that the pani is ready and the filling is flavorful, we're all set for the final assembly. Here comes the exciting part: assembling your pani puri. This is where the magic happens, where the individual components of this beloved street food come together to create a symphony of flavors. First, let's take a puri. These little hollow spheres of crispy goodness are the vessel for our flavor explosion. Now you'll want to create a small hole at the top of the puri. Be gentle, as they are delicate and can easily break. The aim is to make a hole just big enough to fill with our chickpea and potato mix. Now, onto the filling. This is a delightful mixture of boiled chickpeas and tender potatoes, seasoned to perfection. It's hearty, it's wholesome, and it's about to take our puri from simple to sensational. Using a small spoon, or even your fingers if you prefer, carefully stuff the puri with the filling. Don't be shy. Pack in as much as you can without causing the puri to break. But wait, we're not done yet. The final, crucial step is the pani. This tangy, spicy, and irresistibly refreshing liquid is what gives the pani puri its name. It's the soul of this dish, bringing an invigorating freshness that perfectly balances out the hearty filling. Now, you'll want to take your filled puri and give it a generous dip in the pani. Make sure it gets a good soak. You want every bite to be an explosion of flavors. And there you have it, your very own homemade pani puri, ready to tantalize your taste buds. Each bite is a journey, a burst of flavors that transports you straight to the bustling streets of India. From the crispy puri to the hearty filling and the refreshing pani, every element comes together to create a culinary experience unlike any other. So go on, take a bite, and let the flavors of India dance on your palate. Eating pani puri is not just about taste, it's an experience. This humble street food dish is a symphony of sensations that begins the moment you hold the delicate, crispy puri in your hand. As you bite into the puri, the initial crunch is a prelude to the flavors that await. The puri shatters, revealing a treasure trove of tangy, spicy, and sweet tastes that are as diverse as the streets where they were born. The filling, a hearty blend of boiled potatoes and chickpeas, adds a comforting earthiness to the dish. The textures playfully jostle against each other in your mouth. The crunchy puri, the soft filling, the juicy burst of pani. The pani, a tangy tamarind water spiced with mint and cilantro, is the soul of the dish. It's like a flavor bomb that explodes in your mouth, flooding your senses with a refreshing tanginess that leaves you craving for more. The best part about pani puri is that every bite is a new adventure. Each puri can be customized to your liking. More pani for an extra tang, less filling for a lighter bite, or extra spices for a fiery kick. The magic of pani puri lies in its simplicity and versatility. It's a dish that brings people together, evokes memories, and creates new ones. So get ready to bring a piece of Indian street food culture into your kitchen. Happy cooking!